Open Heavens on the Go, Friday, May 9th, 2025. Topic: Your Lifetime. Memory verse, Psalm 24:6. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Bible reading, Ecclesiastes 3:1-8. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away, a time to rend, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. The message: a person's lifetime is the period between the fellow's birth and death. Today's Bible reading says that there are seasons for everything and a time for every purpose under heaven. Everyone is assigned to a purpose here on earth, and after a while, regardless of whether they fulfill their purpose or not, they die. Once you leave the earth, another generation will come on the scene and play their own part according to God's design. Ecclesiastes 1:4. The question is, during this period when you are playing your own part, will you make a mark in the sands of time? Will you fulfill your destiny or just pursue mundane things? David followed after God so much that he called him a man after mine own heart. Acts 13:22. Little wonder he lived such an impactful life and is still regarded as Israel's greatest king up until today. Another fellow, Methuselah, was only known for his day of birth and death. He was the oldest man recorded in the Bible, and apart from the fact that he had sons and daughters, nothing else was written about him. Genesis 5:25-27. Enoch, on the other hand, walked with God, and this made his lifetime count. Genesis 5:24. When a fellow walks with God and does his will like Enoch and David did, the person's lifetime will count. The impact of that fellow will be felt long after he or she has crossed over to eternity. God seeks a generation of people who will fear, love, and follow him wholeheartedly. David called this generation the generation that seeks God's face. Psalm 24:6. When I was younger, people had shops with small peepholes that could only accommodate a person's hand. If someone wanted to buy something, the shop owner would stretch his or her hand through the peephole to collect the person's money and pass the goods out, after which the fellow will leave. However, if the fellow insists on seeing the shop owner will open the door so they can meet face to face. Beloved, God wants you to seek his face and not just the blessings in his hands. If you want your life to matter, don't focus on the things you can get from him. Seek his face so you can have access to him. Don't only ask God for material things. Ask him to show you his face so that when the world looks at you, they will see his glory. Exodus 34:28-35. Action point: seek God's face and live according to his will. so your life can make an impact in the world. Bible reading in 1 year, 2 Chronicles 5-7. Hymn for today, I am thine, O Lord. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E.A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.